Just it's weird.
Yeah. It's a mason jar. It gets it done though.
You're in Indiana, not Kentucky. Get rid of your mason jar.
I have several mason jars. You'll lick my beehole. You don't have the market corner done. Hello and welcome to the Filter Free Podcast. I am your host, TJ Stevens.
Problematic.
Out of my left earbud.
Getting off to a banging start here.
Joining me as always,
Step ends.
Dollar Bill Dave.
I touched myself.
I just need to clip that. Just Dave leaning for I touched myself.
And Timmy C.
Goo, goo, goo.
Dave's is awesome, and he got a new hat, and it's hilarious. Are you drunk? Yes or no? And it's marked on the right-hand side for both.
Time limit draws get my panties wet. I love it.
We've covered this butt wipe on a few different occasions.
Butt wipe?
You don't call people butt wipe anymore?
No, I'm not 7. Good news is I've limited the producer's amount to screw us over this, so we're actually going to get to sing along with the songs now. You are welcome.
You got right! Oh, you're right! The party!
Pow! By the way, you're supposed to stop after lick my beehole.
You can't cut me off. I wasn't done yet. You just because you live in hillbilly land doesn't mean you own corner of the market on mason jars, sir.
Drinking out of them, I do. I mean, you can can all the green beans you want, but
I love green beans. I just
leave the drinking to us.
Welcome to the Filter Free Podcast. I'm your host, TJ Stevens.
Step ins.
Joining me as always, he's back from Europe, a Dollar Bill Dave.
I'm back.
And his burnt ass head.
And his very burnt head.
It is burnt to shreds. Look at that shit.
You need to go to youtube.com and look for Filter Free Podcast for this episode just to see how burnt this man's head is. And Timmy C's here.
Who? His neighbor's going to come slap him on the head because of his shed.
You shed erecting some bitch.
They're driving me fucking crazy.
I can't imagine why.
That's a short drive.
This is why I would not ever join an HOA. Ever.
Well, there's reasons to be in an HOA.
Rich people reasons.
Yeah.
We don't know about that, TJ.
But I'm about to not be nice anymore. I've been as nice as humanly fucking possible.
I don't believe you.
I have.
I'm just gonna move to the country.
You've been nice for you.
Yeah.
That's not humanly possible. It's way more possible to be nice than as nice as you are.
Well, I'm about done being fucking nice. Because I can be the biggest dick in the world. So they need to figure it out. Because I have not bothered them. And I have yet to figure out how me having a shed on my property that was approved by the board is such a big issue.
It's 8 inches above the fence line. They can't see whooping cranes coming off the pond that doesn't exist behind your house.
Are whooping cranes, are they common in Alabama?
Yes.
I don't think they are.
They're in Alabama, we're country. They're called whooping cranes.
Whooping cranes.
That's what Dave's gonna have. He's gonna erect a crane, and it's gonna say "whooping crane" on the side.
I like it.
As he mashes their house with it.
Whooping crane.
Go ahead and mouth up. This is what you got coming. My whooping crane. Oh, it's good to have the band back together. Please remember to subscribe and rate this show wherever you get your podcasts. While you're at it, so many plugs here. Follow the show on Twitter at FF Podcast, on Instagram at Filter Free Podcast. Follow our network on Twitter at Ram Sports Nest.
Ram Sports Nest.
I got whooping cranes.
Whooping cranes in the Ram Sports Nest there.
Look us up on YouTube. Just search Filter Free Podcast. We will be there. All the episodes with video. And Timmy, what else is available on our Ram Sports Net here? And did I hear we have a price point change?
Yes. If you go to www.patreon.com/Ram Network, you will be able to get all of our main shows. You'll get us. You'll get TNA Top 10, 2 episodes a week through the football season. It's crazy. Talking Wrestling with Pondwater Dave. Plus, you will get all of our bonus content. You will get old things like Legends Let's Rethink This that we've done. You will get Old School Evolution of Evil. wrestling with commercials that we do. And just a little peek behind the curtain here. Next week on this feed, you are going to get our premiere episode of Footballers Getting Paid with Tim and Dave. That will be what you'll get on this feed next week. So, because Step-ins is stupid. And where are you going? You're going to like Bolivia or something Tuesday, Thursday?
Bolivia, real close to West Virginia. They're near each other.
Fucking their sisters in both places. It doesn't
Going
matter.
to Weirton Steel Mill to help tear that place apart and give me some parts to bring back home. So that's where I will be. Actually, as this show drops, I will be on my way there.
That's gross. Who goes to West Virginia?
I didn't want to, for the record. Let the record show. And it's one of those things where, like, my fellow mechanics were like, because I said I didn't want to go. And my mechanics were like, no, you need to go. And I said, why do I have to go? Well, because it's me and this other guy, Chris. Well, it's because you two work. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Why do I have to be dependable? You
should be terrible at your job, just like Dave.
Yeah.
I mean,
I really hate being reliable sometimes. It bites you in the ass. Now I have to go to West Virginia.
Right? Why would you? Terrible. But you will also get things like World-Class Flashback, which, as we recorded this, I recorded 2 episodes right before this of that.
Dose.
You will get. Let's see. What else do we have here?
Power of the Pen, was just released on this feed 2 days ago as it drops, and it'll be also releasing on the Pine Water Day feed. And you're saying to yourself, well, why would that be? Because we want you to get a taste of what's available for $5 a month. That's what drug dealers do anyway.
What? Drug deals? We're dealing? Okay. You will get Eras, the New Generation, Hard Times and Beyond. More content than you can check a stick at. I was there.
I was there.
Just put it in your mouth.
Ringside Replay.
Rings. What is that? I haven't heard that.
CWA, USWA Wrestling.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, new one. I don't know all the content. There's so much content. So go to www.patreon.com/Ram Network and give us your 5 doll hairs.
5 whole doll hairs. Again, we got a great year here. This movie, or this year, crushed for entertainment. Not so much on the music side.
Bullshit.
Okay, but I'm saying like story-wise, not just songs and albums being released. But I will tell you, the next year we picked, it's the opposite. It's slamming for music stories, movies, not so much. But are we ready to get started? I'm excited. Every time we go to this time frame, I'm all the way in. That's what she said. Because this week, we're going back to September of 1999. That's right. Put on your Jinkos. Here we go. Let's see what was happening in your world yesterday.
You got lots of those.
I had 3 pairs of Jinkos.
Never owned a pair.
Maybe here in 99.
I had 1,000.
Yeah.
Because he's rich.
I never owned a FUBU. I never owned a FUBU jersey, though.
No, me either.
I saw a woman when I worked at the casino in like 2011 wear one, and I just looked at her and I pointed and I said, where did you even find that? It's 2011. Let's run through some events filter free. Up first, stories that missed the cut. September 1st, former Pittsburgh Penguins player Mario Lemieux is approved as the new owner of the faltering franchise. This is the first time in professional sports history that a team was owned by a former player of that team.
That's weird.
It's an interesting thing, though. And I don't think
it's hockey, though. It only costs like 17 pounds to buy a hockey.
I was going to say, no player should be able to make enough in his career to buy a franchise. That's just not how that works.
Well, Gretzky's the owner of the Coyotes, but he never played for him.
Well, I'm sure he made lots of that Canadian money.
But you know what? Kevin Garnett is partial owner of the Timberwolves.
That's partial. That doesn't count.
That's true.
Partial. Yeah, no.
September 3rd, Cedric the Entertainer marries Lorna Wells.
She make those cookies? No, that was Lorna Doone. Never mind.
I don't.
September 4th. They're still married, by the way.
Are they really?
Lorna Doone?
Cedric the Entertainer seems like a good dude.
Yeah.
He does. September 4th, the Cincinnati Reds hit an NL record 9 home runs in a 22-3 drubbing of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Can't believe they still lost. They only scored 3.
Greg Vaughn.
They found a way to hit 9 home runs and scored 3 runs.
That's what this year's team would do. 6
players missed first base while rounding the bases. September 8th, a 5.9 magnitude earthquake shakes Athens, killing 143, injuring another 500, and leaving 50,000 homeless.
And yet the Georgia Bulldogs are still there.
Athens, yes. Athens
Shouldn't have been shaken there.
This is Athens. I believe this is Athens, Greece, though.
Oh.
September 9th, legendary baseball player, pitcher, Catfish Hunter passed away at age 53.
How did he die?
He
Curveball.
Yeah, curveball straight to the dome. So actually, I actually was starting to do this one as a story in the wheelhouse until I realized that we just did it like 2 months ago.
We did Catfish Hunter?
Yeah, we did Catfish Hunter.
Oh.
He was probably going to the Hall of Fame then.
Probably because he was the one that when he broke his foot or whatever in the minors, he recovered at Charles Finley's house, which was in the Port, my hometown.
April 18th, 1984. Catfish Hunter dies the first time.
Oh.
Then he did again 15 years later.
September 6th, Big Brother airs its debut episode in the Netherlands.
I never got into Big Brother.
Never seen it.
Reality TV is stupid.
Some of it's good.
What? Give me.
Probably
what was that? What was that one that was done at the Bunny Ranch? That was good. Lots of whores.
So you want reality TV as long as there's boobers in it.
As long as there's whores, yeah.
I need to be surrounded by whores. September 20th, Law and Order. Speaking of whores, Law and Order Special Victims Units premieres on NBC. I don't know if that was the right time to make that transition, but
should have been titled Law and Order: The Good One.
Criminal Intent was the good one.
Criminal Intent was bullshit.
What was
Vincent D'Onofrio or whatever?
Yeah,
I like Vincent D'Onofrio.
It had the fucking guy from Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, that was a good one. This one's
fuck that. No, that's the worst one.
It is crazy that this show kind of kicked off, and I mean, now they're known for being on the show, but at the time, there's no one of note on the show.
Ice-T.
He wasn't on it in '99.
Mariska Hargitay.
Mariska Hargitay. I'd like to touch her boobies.
Yeah, she's hot.
Who was the guy that was choked out by Hulk Hogan? I think he was on the show from this.
Yeah, Richard
Belzer.
Richard
Belzer was underrated on this show.
He was stupid.
It had Mayhem from the Allstate commercials.
I kept hoping Hulk Hogan would come back on the show and choke his dumb ass out again.
just for no reason.
Just shows up on SVU and jokes him out.
Hey, let me show you a front face lock.
Well, I think this girl had been raped with a candlestick. Oh, brother.
Let me tell you something, brother. September 22nd, The West Wing starring Martin Sheen, Allison Janney, and Rob Lowe also premieres on NBC.
Never seen it.
Charlie Sheen's better.
I've heard of that's not true, but I've heard of good things of this show. I haven't seen it. I know it's a blockbuster show, though. I mean, it was on for a long time.
Has more whores. Reality show at the Bunny Ranch.
Winning.
Stories in the wheelhouse. So September 8th, in a month where we could have picked about 9 different movies to cover, we're going to land on American Beauty as it premieres in Los Angeles.
Little do you know, Dave does pick 9 different movies to cover.
Sweet. Nice job, Dave. Way to follow the lead there. It's unfortunate what we learned about what a giant turd biscuit Kevin Spacey is.
Raper.
Because
I mean, strangely close to his actual persona.
Yeah, in this movie, it's not far. Because now all of his previous work, including this movie, now it's just weird, will be forever tainted, including this fantastic movie.
What about his taint?
It's tainted.
He likes rubbing it on people.
He sure does. I need you to sit down and face the other way.
That don't want it rubbed on them.
It was written by Alan Ball, directed by
my finger smells like shit.
Hold on, wait a minute. Are you saying there are people out there that want you to rub your taint on them?
I'm sure.
That's weird.
Wait, this doesn't feel like a cat's mouth or a dog's mouth. It starred Kevin Spacey, Annette Bening, Thora Birch, Allison Janney, and Peter Gallagher.
Idiot.
Lester Burnham, this is the plot, by the way. Lester Burnham, who is a middle-aged marketing executive, is in an unhappy marriage and is overall disappointed with how his life, welcome to fucking adulthood, and how
Peter Gallagher, is that the guy that used to smash watermelons and shit?
No, I think that's just Gallagher.
His brother.
Oh,
that's
okay.
just
brother
I think
Peter.
Peter Gallagher was in Oasis.
No, it's Noah Gallagher.
No,
That's Liam Gallagher.
It's both of them.
By the way, they're getting back together and smashing watermelons.
I know, dude. It was blowing up in Ireland. Everybody was going crazy over that.
I can't wait for them to do 3 shows and break up again because one of them broke a vodka bottle over the other one's head.
You mean 3 songs, not 3 shows.
Oh, the true shame. There's also entertaining stories of Frank Fitz and his son Ricky, who move in next door. Lester also has a 16-year-old daughter named Jane, who was on the high school cheerleading team. While Lester is at a cheerleading practice, he begins to fantasize about Jane's friend Angela Hayes. Looking back on it, this movie's kind of rough, knowing what we know now. Alan Ball wrote this film back in the early 1990s, inspired by the media circus created by the Amy Fisher trial, which we've covered. This film was shot on Foucault. This film was shot on the Warner Brothers soundstage in Burbank, with the scenes inside the high school being shot at South High School in Torrance, California.
I've been there.
Same place at Back to the Future.
That's true.
I have not been there.
The film opened in...
I went to school there.
I just graduated from there.
In Tampa.
It took me 14 years. The film opened in 706 theaters, grossing $8.1 million on opening weekend, and by the end of the month, it was in 1,528 theaters. By June 4th, 2000, the end of its theatrical run, it had grossed over $130 million.
American Beauty, huh? Never seen it.
You never seen American Beauty?
But I have seen American Pie.
Who hasn't?
American Pie is an American coming-of-age teen sex comedy film and is more known as the Porky's of our generation.
That's true, I guess.
After grossing more than $235.5 million on an $11 million budget, teen comedies would never be the same again. In total, there have been 4 American Pie movies released that went to theaters, along with 5 different spin-off movies that went directly to DVD.
They were shit.
These are absolutely one of the best movie series in the history of movie series. I thought this was like American Pie 6, so that's never seen it.
I'm sorry, I almost died. My cat jumped out of the ceiling right next to me on the desk, and I thought I was going to be murdered. Sorry for screaming.
Only in Indiana does pussy drop from the ceilings. You two are both big dummies.
Okay.
TJ, you named the entire cast, but you forgot the hottest chick in the movie and the only single tie to Dave's nonsensical rambling, and the only chick I've ever seen shoot flowers out of her nips and vag, Mina Savari.
Wait, what movie was that on?
This movie, look, nips, vag, flowers, just shooting them out.
Ruined by all the petals.
Yeah, she's shooting them out her nips and vag.
I don't think that's actually what happens, but continue.
Anyways, fun facts of the movie Dave is definitely not covering.
He didn't. You're right.
When Lester
masturbated, like the same thing.
Jim
was masturbating.
Well,
with a pie.
That's true. Oh my god.
Anyways,
McDonald's or homemade?
Oh, don't do McDonald's. You'll burn your dick off like a candle wick.
When Lester masturbates in bed beside Carolyn, Sir Sam Mendes asked Kevin Spacey to improvise several euphemisms for the act of each take. Mendes said, quote, "I wanted that not just because it was funny, but because it didn't want to seem rehearsed. I wanted it to seem like he was blurting it out of his mouth without thinking. Spacey is so in control." Boy, that doesn't age well. I wanted him to break through. No one else did, by the way. Spacey obliged, eventually coming up with 35 phrases. But Annette Bening couldn't always keep a straight face, which meant the scene had to be shot 10 times. That's fucking weird.
That's a lot. Also,
between the 3 of us, I bet we couldn't come up with 35 euphemisms for jerking off.
Oh, I bet we could. And I also bet if I was laying next to you and I said one, you would not laugh during the scene. That's really bizarre.
Well, if you were laying next to me, we'd have problems.
Like, Timmy, I need you to quit moving so much. I'm trying to punch the clown.
That was probably one of the 35.
Flog the dolphin. I've already come up with 2.
Executive producer Steven Spielberg read the script on a Saturday night. When he arrived at DreamWorks offices the following Monday morning, he said, "Let's make this movie and let's not change a word." Weird.
Such a weird thing to say.
The hand and stomach on the film's poster do not belong to Mina Savari, but are in fact those of actress models Christina Hendricks and Chloe Hunter, respectively, which is weird because so that picture is supposed to be Mina Savari's hand laying on her very nice midriff, but it's actually someone else's midriff with another chick's hand.
With a different, that's really weird.
That's fucking hot, is what that is.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to think of another euphemism here in a minute. Dave, look up Christina Hendricks and Chloe Hunter and tell me if it's worth it. Furiously typing.
Christina Hendricks explained why her hand wound up on the American Beauty poster.
No, that's her one claim to fame. That's good.
Because it was on Chloe Hunter's stomach.
Navel.
Does it say anything about her maybe putting a finger in her butthole?
I don't think that's required for the poster.
But I bet her abs look better if you put a finger in her butthole.
We need to tighten those abs up. Tighten those abs up. If you can give her a little.
TJ's kind of woman because she's redhead.
Nice. Appreciate me a good ginger.
Okay, TJ, keep going. He's thick now, but she got some big ones.
Well, we just did a movie story, which means it's it's time for
my turn.
Yeah.
Hit the clip.
Thank you.
Oh, it's time for Game Fave. Have you seen it?
You slip her the hot beef injection.
We're men in tights, tights.
Maybe next time I think before it
I got nothing, guys.
So, did you nincompoops even realize that Mina Savari was also in American Pie? Or
yeah, she's with Oz.
Yes,
but not the one where he goes, "Suck me, beautiful." That was the different girl. All right, here we go. She was in college. September 1999. We got some movies from August and July, just because whatever. 1999. Here we go. Movie number A, with a budget of $36 million. Our first movie this week grossed $117.7 million at the box office.
Okay, that's good.
This is an American buddy cop action comedy film.
That's a lot. It's a lot of words.
A former convict poses as a cop to retrieve a diamond he stole years before going to prison. This film stars Martin Lawrence, Luke Wilson, and Dave Chappelle.
I don't think I ever saw this.
It's really good. Timmy C, my man. He knows it.
I know it's not right, but I'm going to write this down. Just in case. Hail Mary.
TJ, go.
Cops and Robertsons.
Timmy.
Yo tengo el gato en los pantalones.
Yes, Blue Streak. You've never seen Blue Streak?
I don't think so, no.
Movie's off.
I use that phrase at least once a month.
All right, here we go. Movie number B on a budget of $40 million. Our second movie this week grossed $177.8 million at the box office.
Okay.
This is an American crime adventure thriller film. Libby Parsons, wrongly convicted of her husband Nick's murder, thinks he is still alive and wants to settle the score and find their son. As she has been tried for the crime, she cannot be re-prosecuted if she finds and kills Nick. This film stars Ashley Judd and Tommy Lee Jones.
Ashley Judd. I know this one. I do know, and I haven't seen this one. I just know the title.
Timmy, go.
I think it also has Alex Trebek in it.
Double Jeopardy.
For one, it's Alec Trebek, you doofus.
It's Alex Trebek.
It's not. It's Alec.
It is very much Alex, you dumb fuck.
Oh, how's Richard Karn doing, by the way?
He's dead.
You doofus.
but Alex Trebek is very much dead as well. But he has an X in his name. Alec is Baldwin, not Trebek.
Sure.
It is Alex Trebek.
It's not.
It is.
That's wrong. Google's wrong.
Its real name's Frankfurt.
I
Here we
need,
go.
I need some AI to put together an Alec Trebek for me.
With a budget of $68 million. Movie number C this week grossed a total of $33.5 million at the box office.
Hope someone got fired for that.
This is an American superhero comedy film.
It doesn't sound like it.
A group of inept amateur superheroes must try to save the day when a supervillain threatens to destroy a major superhero and the city. This film stars Ben Stiller, Hank Azaria, Janine Garofalo, Greg Kinnear, William H. Macy, and Paul Rubens Pee-wee, Herman himself.
What is the name of it?
I'm pretty sure this is wrong, but again, Hail Mary. Bang.
What? I don't know.
Timmy, take a guess.
That
Name one.
Blank Man. No, that's Damon Wayans.
What? Excellent.
I'm a crime fighter. TJ.
Excellent. The Fall Guys is what I put.
No.
Mystery Men.
Mystery Men. Damn it.
Oh, geez. Movie number D. On a budget of $27 million. Our fourth movie this week grossed $56.9 million at the box office.
Not great.
This is an American comedy horror film. Horror. This film's one of Dave's faves. 4 people attempt to stop a gigantic crocodile who is terrorizing residents in Black Lake, Maine. This film stars Bill Pullman, Bridget Fonda, Oliver Platt, and Betty White. Timmy's drawing a blank. 5, 4, trace, dose, ooh. Go, Timmy.
Crikey Crocs.
I'm going to give you a point just for that. TJ Steven.
This movie makes me flaccid because its name is Lake Placid.
There you go, Lake Placid. TJ with the point.
The real
it's
point.
now tied 2-2.
Crikey Crocs.
Crikey Crocs.
Could have made more money.
But that's how you have to say the title every time.
All right, here we go. Our last movie of the week on a budget. I think I forgot to put the budget. Everybody, hold on.
On a mysterious budget.
I want to make this movie Crikey Crocs, but it has to star Paul Hogan. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. This is
it's got to star Bindi Irwin.
Who?
She is Bindi.
Is she on OnlyFans?
Bindi Bull.
1999.
Crikey.
19. Crikeys, I shit myself.
Family Guy put it best. I want to see a lot of him, then suddenly see none of him.
Why is this not opening?
Why?
Can we go. All right, the budget isn't going to help us.
Here we go. On a budget of $48 million.
They're all eerily similar to each other.
Movie number E grossed $124.3 million at the box office.
Okay.
This is an American romantic heist film.
Okay.
This film's one of Dave's faves. Pow! A very successful playboy amuses himself, easy for you to say, by stealing artwork, but may have met his match in a seductive detective. This film stars Pierce Brosnan, Renee Russo, who shows her boobies, and Dennis Leary.
She also showed her boobies in Free Jack.
This was also a remake of the 1968 classic by the same name.
Oh, shit.
I might go watch this movie tonight.
Oh, wait. God damn it.
7, 6.5, 6, 5 3/4.
Okay.
4. Timmy's still writing because he's an idiot. But he's got an awesome shirt. Timmy, go.
Ocean's 486.
No. That's also too many people.
TJ Steppins.
I was stuck between two movies. Is this The Italian Job?
No.
Nope.
Then it's the other one. I was The Great Escape. Was that the other one?
No.
Okay,
No,
good. I was wrong on both
The
of them.
Great Gatsby.
The Thomas Crown Affair.
Oh, I've heard of it. Never seen it.
Oh, you've never seen it?
No.
Erroneous. I quit.
Erroneous. I quit the show.
I've never seen it either.
It's a really good movie. We should watch
mean,
it next time you come to my house. Like
outside of
Breakfast Club.
Outside of Goldeneye, you still haven't watched Breakfast Club?
No.
Outside of Goldeneye and Mrs. Doubtfire, Pierce Brosnan is usually in garbage. So
Well, he's in Brown Eye too.
Brown Eye.
Hey, brother. Oh.
Glad we can keep you entertained, Dave.
September 13th. Now we move on to one of the most prolific quarterbacks of the 1980s and 90s. John Elway has his number.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Boomer Esiason. My bad.
No, this one actually won.
Yeah, he didn't wear a stupid cheetah helmet.
Elway has his number retired. I'm sorry, Timmy, do you have a rebuttal to the winning comment? Because you'd be wrong, no matter what it is.
Oh, well, I did. Keep going.
Elway has his number retired by his team, the Denver Broncos. Elway has a proverbial highlight reel over the course of his career, whether it be the drive, the fumble, which were both against the Browns. And for the record, he didn't fumble. Browns running back Ernest Biner did. Then there's the helicopter against the Packers and so much more. So let's get into it.
The Packers were scarred after he did that. He's standing on the sidelines. What are you doing? I'm doing the helicopter.
What's ridiculous
Oh,
about
yeah,
that?
swinging his whiner.
Yeah, he's like, hey, lady, come over here. Hell, I'm gonna up.
Hey,
I'm
Brett
gonna one
Favre, look at this.
I'm gonna one up Joe Namath. I'm not gonna kiss you. I'm gonna give it anyway. So,
I can spin my wiener at you.
well, I remember watching it again. This helicopter play changed the complete dynamic of the Super Bowl. It was over.
Yes, it
after
did.
that.
I guarantee
to
it
it.
did.
Elway had a very
Janet flipping
successful
titty out.
Stop it. Collegiate
I
career
could
at
go for some
Stanford.
crinkle cut French fries.
What are you guys doing right now?
I'm watching an Arby's commercial.
We're talking about why. We're
I
not
just
doing
turned the
wrestling with
football
commercials.
game on.
We're not talking about wrestlings with commercials. Well, it's all Arby's all the time.
We should do a wrestling with commercials this week.
We should. I'll be in West Virginia. He had a wonderful career at Stanford, both as a quarterback and an outfielder for the baseball team. Then Elway was drafted by the New York Yankees and the Broncos in what has become, well, actually, he wasn't drafted by the Broncos, more on that in a minute, and what has become one of the more famous and infamous drafts in NFL history. This draft, the 83 draft, included Elway, Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Todd Blackledge, Tony Eason, and Ken O'Brien, all going in the first round. It included a trade that would have sent Howie Long to the Bears and allowed the Raiders to draft Dan Marino until it was vetoed by Commissioner Pete Rozelle, who had a long-standing hatred. What do you mean wrong?
We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay. Who had a long-standing hatred of Raiders. I've watched this documentary on this, so I'm curious how you're going to refute me. Of Raiders owner Al Davis heading back to the NFL, AFL, and of course, it started with John Elway being drafted number 1 by the Baltimore Colts after saying he would not play there. I'll let Timmy handle that part. I'll skip it and fast forward to his Broncos career. A trade happened between the Colts and the Broncos, and the rest, they say, is history. After being lambasted by football announcers and purists saying Elway was not the guy he won championships with, Elway went on to have his Hall of Fame career with Denver, and shortly after he retired in 99, Eli Manning would follow suit with the San Diego Chargers.
Where do we even begin with the greatness that was John Elway in Denver?
Fantastic.
Widely regarded as one of the best quarterbacks in the history of football. At the time of his retirement, Elway had the most victories by a starting quarterback and was statistically the second most prolific passer in NFL history.
Timmy's just upset because Elway owned the
and
state of
this
Ohio.
was done when defenses were actually allowed to play defense.
That's correct.
And they used their running backs.
Mm.
In only his 4th year in the league, Elway led the Broncos to Super Bowl 21 after defeating the Cleveland Browns on a famous possession at the end of the 4th quarter that became known as the drive. Something that has been a topic on this show in the past. Look it up.
How'd that
98
Super
yards.
Bowl turn out, by the way?
He
While
just said it.
unsuccessful in his first 3 Super Bowl attempts, Elway was known as another one of the greats that just couldn't win the big one, much like Dan Marino. That all changed in January of 1998 in what I deem as one of the greatest Super Bowls ever played.
Agreed.
The helicopter game. Although Elway kind of had a subpar performance in the game, running back Terrell Davis rushed for 157 yards on 30 carries.
He was
with 3
52 years
touchdowns.
old. Of course, it was subpar.
No, but his helicopter spin on that third down.
Well, I mean, it doesn't shrink your dick getting old.
So
That makes a difference.
157 yards on 30 carries with 3 touchdowns to carry Denver to the championship over the 11-point favorite Green Bay Packers.
Was this the game TD had migraines and said he couldn't see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A year later, Denver would go on to repeat as champions, and Elway would shine in the victory against the Atlanta Falcons, throwing for 336 yards en route to a 34-19 victory. Elway would then go on to retire on the top of the mountain. Now, let's talk about this real quick. The 1999 Super Bowl. What happened at halftime?
Is that when No, that was
2001.
99?
I don't know.
In the 1999 Super Bowl, us three, well, maybe Tim, I don't know, didn't watch the halftime. We flipped it over to the USA Network and saw The Rock versus Mankind in the empty arena match where Mankind won the World Wrestling Federation Championship.
That's
I was out on wrestling at that point, so I watched
halftime heat.
Whatever that was. Actually, no, I may have. I don't know. Fuck this guy. Having played one summer of minor league baseball for the New York Yankees, Elway had a bit of leverage over owner Robert Irsay. George Steinbrenner wanted Elway as his starting right fielder, and the quarterback's threat to take Steinbrenner up on his offer was far from idle. Bullshit. He was going to the NFL. He wanted to play football. What you don't know is it's not that the Raiders were trading to get Dan Marino. Originally, the Raiders were trading to get John Elway. Numerous Los Angeles Raiders employees left the offices and went to bed the night before the 83 draft, thinking the team had just traded for the rights to John Elway. Baltimore had the number 1 overall pick, but as we know, Elway is a pussy and wouldn't play there. Yeah, it didn't turn out well for Peyton Manning either, by the way. I'm not sure he knows how the draft works, where you're just like, I'm not going to play there. Whatever. Piss off. Elway's stance had earned the derision of people such as Steelers quarterback Terry Bradshaw, who ripped Elway for being a spoiled brat. He's a Steeler, but he's right. The Raiders already had the number 27 overall pick in the draft, and Ortmeyer, who was their front office guy, had a deal set up with the Bears. Obviously, they're probably the ones that fucked it up, by the way, to get the number 6 overall pick. The Raiders would then take the number 6 pick and their number 27 pick and the first round pick in 84 and send that to Baltimore for the number 1 pick and the right to draft Elway.
So this would be a fun, like, what would happen if this happened, because the Bears, I mean, they were going to send 3 defenders from their 85 Super Bowl team away in this trade. One of them was Dan Hampton.
They were going to get Howie Long is what they would have got.
Yeah, they were getting Howie Long. Yes.
But all of that put Pete Rozelle in a bind. He still carried a deep hatred of Al Davis from the 60s and the war between the NFL and AFL that forced the 70s merger. The thought of Davis getting Elway and being dominant for another 10 to 15 years was difficult for Rozelle to swallow, even as he tried everything possible to get Elway to play in the NFL. Rozelle pulled the plug on the deal. Dead. Hence, Elway's crybaby ass got to go where he wanted and went on to be the greatest compiler in history. Fuck you, John Elway.
Again, Tim is just upset because John Elway owned the state of Ohio his entire career.
Yeah.
The
That
Bengals
was the largest win in NFL history. The Denver Broncos beat the Cincinnati Bengals 111-3.
You're so full of shit. Actually, I think the Bengals had a pretty good record against him. I don't like the same thing about Eli Manning. I don't like these guys coming out and going, I'm not going to play here. Bitch,
Well, just like
there.
Deion Sanders now saying Shador and Travis Hunter, there's only 5 teams that they can play for.
Yeah,
well,
no.
He's not even Travis Hunter daddy. So if I'm Travis Hunter, I'll be like, bitch, I'll play for who I want to play for.
Do you realize how a draft works? You're not going to a great team with the number 1 pick.
No.
All right, go ahead and play for the USFL then. Go ahead.
No.
Look, who wants this dumb son of a bitch playing for him? Look at those shorts. He's getting ready to do a helicopter right there in front
I have those shorts on right now.
Are you a big Indiana Hoosiers fan?
Yeah. I want to be a candy striper at the hospital.
By the way, his record against the Browns was 7-2.
Browns.
This goes back to my owning the state of Ohio. Timmy, you want to guess his record against the Bengals? Because you said the Bengals actually did pretty good against him. Do you want to know his career?
Well,
record against the Bengals?
Well, all right. We have to say before 1991 and after 1991.
Okay,
No.
please, yeah, go ahead and specify that. What's his record against the Bengals?
Before 1991, he was probably like.
How about
0-3.
7-0? Go ahead and stop saying before.
Oh,
It's 7-0.
Oh, he didn't play him before 1991.
So he went 14-2 in his career against the state of Ohio. And the 2 losses were to the Browns. Oh, that's fantastic.
And a 111-3. And the 3 came on at the end of the game. They kicked a field goal. It was a 59-yarder with
Neil
guy with no
Rackers.
toes.
Neil Rackers.
I think all of this, all the sports trivia is getting me excited. If I can find
We haven't done any trivia yet.
with my open, I can't. Where's my?
We just did trivia right there. 111-3.
It's not trivia.
Where is my? Oh, right here it is. I found it.
But today, I'm the greatest of all time.
Here it is. 8. Pressure with 3. Winston's going to run the ball. Makes a guy miss. Comes down to over the second rafter. Off the floor. Nothing. Through the window. Off the wall. Nothing but net. You like that? You like that? I like that.
You gotta like that, right?
Here we go. 1999 NFL league leaders that we talk about the career of John Elway. We're going to go all touchdown categories this week. So we're going to start with passing touchdown leaders.
Brett Favre.
You need 6. There's a lot of good
99,
ones.
that'd be the Rams. So Kurt Warner.
Brett Favre tied for 8th with 22. Kurt Warner led the league with 41.
Peyton Manning.
Trent.
3rd with 26.
Trent, what's his name from Kansas City?
Trent Green.
Yep.
No. Kansas City is on here, but it's not him.
What about Brad Johnson?
Brad Johnson tied for 4th with 24.
He was in Washington then, wasn't
Trent Dilfer?
Bonus point if you got the team. It was Washington. Trent Dilfer.
he? No,
No.
he sucked.
So because Dave got the bonus point, you need one more.
Jeff George.
Jeff George tied for 6th with 23.
He was
Dante
in Minnesota,
Culpepper.
right?
He
No,
was
Culpepper
in
was
Minnesota.
still in college.
Here's
I went to
the-
breakfast with Dante Culpepper in 1999.
Actually, he got drafted in 99.
Yeah, 99. Yeah,
2000. So here's the-
yeah.
he got drafted right after I went.
Right after I went to breakfast with him.
Actually,
We went to breakfast, so we Justin and I went with his people from his school because one of our friends' mom worked with him in something in Orlando because we went to Halloween Horror Nights or whatever it's called at Universal Studios.
See up here in Six Flags, it's called Fright Fest.
So Tampa has it's called Hallows Scream, so it's Halloween Horror Nights at Universal.
Okay.
And then so that morning we got to go to like Denny's and have breakfast with Dante Culpepper.
Nice.
He was still playing at UCF.
That's fabulous that you got to have breakfast at Denny's.
I don't remember if it was Denny's or it could have been. It
Moves
wasn't
over
Waffle
Miami.
House. 'cause
Could
that
have been
wasn't that good.
Perkins.
Here's
might
the
have
rest
been.
of your top 10. If Timmy will please shut up. Tied for 10th. Drew, ironically enough, Drew Bledsoe and Doug Flutie were tied for 10th with 19. Tied for 8th
19 gets you in the top 10
Yep.
in 1999.
Tied for 8th with Brett Favre. Elvis Gerback of the Kansas City Chiefs had 22.
Chiefs.
Tied for 6th with Jeff George. John Kitna of the Seattle Seahawks with 23.
Cincinnati Bengals legend, John
They
Kitna.
knew it was coming. Tied for
You
4th
didn't
with-
even name him, stupid.
Yes, stupid. Tied for 4th with Brad Johnson. And Rich Gannon had 24.
Oh, Rich Gannon, Oakland, yeah.
And 2nd of the Carolina Panthers, 10 ahead of Peyton Manning. Steve Berline had 36.
What?
It was second. Let's go rushing touchdown leaders.
Terrell Davis.
We'll do 5 here. TD, no.
Emmett Smith, still 99.
4th, 11.
Corey Dillon.
Of course not.
Edrin James,
2nd, 13.
give us some teams.
Tennessee.
Eddie George,
They just released a documentary on Netflix.
Steve
You know.
McNair,
Steve McNair tied for 9th with 8.
Rushing?
Yes, rushing touchdowns.
Eddie George on there?
Eddie George tied for 6th with 9.
Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Falk, no.
Give us some more teams.
Let's go Green Bay.
Dorsey Levens.
Dorsey Levens tied for 6th with 9. Here's the rest of your top 10. Tied for 9th with Steve McNair, Tyrone Wheatley, Donnell Bennett, and Terry Allen. Tied for 6th.
Magnum TA?
Magnum TA, that's correct. Tied for 6th with Eddie George and Dorsey Levens, Mario Bates of Arizona. 5th of the Minnesota Vikings, Leroy Horde. Tied for 2nd with Edgerrin James.
It's Leroy
Stewart.
Horde.
Thank you. And your league leader with Washington was 17, Stephen Davis.
Oh, Stephen Davis. I forgot about him.
Receiving touchdowns. Let's do.
Well, this
5
had Chris
here as
Carter
well.
and Randy Moss.
Chris Carter and Randy Moss. Chris Carter led the league with 13. Randy Moss was tied for 6th with 11.
Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Falk, no.
Receiving.
Carl
actually-
Pickens.
Oh, there is
Isaac
a-
Bruce. Torrey
Isaac-
Holt.
Isaac Bruce 2nd with 12.
Torrey
What did
Holt.
you say, Timmy?
Carl Pickens.
No, stop it. There's no
Andre
Carl Pickens.
Reed.
No.
He was retired by then. Marvin Harrison. Yeah.
Marvin Harrison tied for 2nd with
What?
12.
No.
You have the top 3 technically. There's 2 more tied with for 2nd, but
Who did we name?
you need 1 more.
Give us teams.
Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez tied for 6th with 11 with Randy Moss.
Tight
Here's
end.
the rest of your type 10. Timmy has contributed nothing.
Forget about the tight ends, man.
Michael Westbrook, Marcus Robinson of your Chicago Bears, and Ricky W.
My cousin, Michael Westbrook.
8th. We don't say your real name on the show. 8th of the Seattle Seahawks, Derek Mays with 10. Timmy censor that. Tied for 2nd with Isaac Bruce and Marvin Harrison, Patrick Jeffers, and Wesley Walls.
Wesley Walls was on there.
Tied for 2nd with Steve
Holy
Burwell.
shit. Oh yeah, because he was with Carolina. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. And he threw.
Let's go ahead and
36
end this.
touchdowns.
And this this segment like we always do. Sacks. Let's see if you can give me 4.
Warren Sapp,
Warren Sapp, 6th with 12.5.
Javon Curse, the freak.
Javon Curse, 4th, 14.5. Timmy still has contributed jack shit to this segment so far.
Tampa Bay Buccaneer legend Simeon Rice. He played for the Cardinals.
2nd, 16.5. One
Oh,
more.
fuck. Give us some teams.
Carolina.
Not Julius Peppers. It's too soon.
Timmy's muted, and no Julius Peppers.
Kevin Green.
Tied for 7th with 12.
I said Kevin Green.
Well, you
That
were
was
muted,
muted,
so
though.
no one heard. Here's the rest of your top 10. Michael McCreary of the Baltimore Ravens.
Mindy's
Tony-
brother.
Tony-
Almost said Sam Mills, but he was a linebacker. I was like, wait a minute, it's not him.
Well, Kevin Green was a linebacker.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. But Kevin Green's always on the sack thing. I'm like these
That's
older.
true, yes. Tony Brackens and
I thought
Chad
he was in
Bratsky.
WCW at this point.
Actually, I'm watching WCW 97, and he just fought Mongo at Bash at the Beach 97. Trevor Price of Denver was 5th. 3rd, Robert Porcher of the Detroit Lions with 15. Your league leader was the St. Louis Rams, Kevin Carter.
Dave, did you just see that guy catch that?
Holy shit, that catch was insane.
I'm not watching TV.
TJ, look.
Although I don't think he caught it once he went to the ground.
Nope. Hell of
You're
an
not
effort,
gonna
though.
you're not gonna prove that he didn't catch it though. Oh
It
yeah,
just-
you will.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
definitely touched it.
doesn't count.
Hell of an
God,
effort, though.
That was good.
Did y'all see the interception yesterday?
I did.
Dude, this is like these guys are getting. I think you should have to take the gloves off. No
Let's
gloves.
fight. Why are you asking? him?
No, you can catch it with your damn hands. No sticky gloves and shit.
Let's move on to Timmy's area as September 26th. As packed as this month was for movies and television hits, music was pretty quiet, with the exception of the marriage of Vanessa Williams to Rick Fox at the Church of the Holy Trinity in New York City. This is also tricky, and I found this out researching the story. This is my favorite part.
Rocker. It's tricky.
This is also tricky due to the entertainment industry having 2 Vanessa Williamses. There's Vanessa E., who was born in 1963 in Brooklyn and has starred in films such as New Jack City, Candyman, and had a recurring role on The Cosby Show, was in Melrose Place, and The Flash. Then there's Vanessa L. Williams, who we're actually talking about. She was born in 1963, same month, March, in New York City, and starred in movies such as Harley Davidson, The Marlboro Man, Bye Bye Birdie, and Eraser.
Eraser's awesome, by the way.
It is good.
Seats at the theater. It's one of Dave's faves. Dave's fave!
And as well as television roles such as The Love Boat, TJ Hooker, and LA Doctors. I bring up both
Doctors.
LA Doctors, solid show.
It's like LA Law, only
it's like Channel 1 News.
I think I'm gonna create a TV show and try and sell it to networks called Huntsville Doctors.
7 of them.
People
y'all pass me that scalpel.
People got heads or got legs and feet for arms.
Good night, John Boy.
I bring up both Vanessa's because I found out while researching this that Vanessa L. Williams won the Miss America title in '84. Again, she's the one we're talking about. The pageant sent the winning check to Vanessa E., but luckily she returned the check.
What a dumb bitch.
Her musical talents. That's why we're not doing a story about her. We're doing a story about Vanessa L. Her musical talents is what won her her musical talents is what won her the talent portion of the pageant when she sang
Not
a rendition
exactly.
of Happy Days Are Here Again. 4 years after winning the pageant, she released her first album in the form of The Right Stuff.
You got the right stuff, baby.
That's New Kids on the Block.
I didn't even know she was part of them.
She's not.
Yes. North Carolina Tar Heels legend Rick Fox.
Oh, we went the wrong way with this one.
He's
Vanessa Williams was actually the first African-American recipient of the Miss America title. But unfortunately, her reign as Miss America didn't last the full year before it all came crashing down.
Titties.
While still holding the title of Miss America, Penthouse magazine bought and published unauthorized nude photos of Vanessa.
Damn it, Larry Flint.
Vagina.
No, he's Hustler, not Penthouse.
Oh, who's Penthouse?
I don't know. Fred Penthouse.
Freddie over there.
Williams was then pressured to relinquish her title and was succeeded by the first runner-up. Now, this brings us to a whole new story. How can people and companies so easily release something such as nude photographs of someone? Nothing. Penthouse tried to ruin this lady all in the name of selling magazines.
I don't think they were trying to ruin her. They just wanted to put her out there. I mean,
it ruined her.
She got way more famous after that than she would have been as Miss America, by the way.
She was so hot. Probably still is.
She'd be that hot. That's how hot she was. On her wedding day, by the way. They sent the wrong check.
You got paid to get married?
Her wedding gift also went to the other Vanessa Williams.
For her dollar dance. They sent it all to Vanessa R. Williams or whatever.
Vanessa E.
Same thing.
Nice boobies, though, by the way. I had lovely boobies. All right, I took up enough time on the last story, so hats off to Rick Fox. You took nothing of an NBA career and turned it into marrying Miss America and dating Eliza Dushku for 5 years, which, oh, Jesus Christ.
She's even hotter. Oh.
Also, he's won like 4 NBA championships.
By the way, married the woman born 1963, dated the girl born like 1982.
She's older than that.
You're a pimp, my friend.
She's like 76.
And also the two teams.
Not 76.
He's got like three rings, and the 2 teams he played for were the Celtics and the Lakers.
I know he's fucking.
She was born in 1980,
and he played for like.
I said 82. My bad.
And he played for like 18 seasons.
Yeah,
he's a legend.
The best off the bench ring winner ever.
Yeah, he's.
By the way,
that's Robert Horry. Big shot.
If he hadn't dated Eliza Dushku, I'd call him a compiler. But he's obviously just.
Well, I was just gonna say he's compiling rings and nooner. That's what he's doing.
He's probably got a wang the size of my arm.
Correct. So he's got a real knee slapper.
No, it's his chin. Look at that. Look at his chin. That's what does it.
It's a masculine chin.
Does that mean it's my turn? That means it's my turn. Let's go to Timmy's Trivioki.
Figaro. Figaro.
That's not Tosca.
Ugh, my ears. My neck, my back.
Yep. I remember. Everyone remembers when Elvis performed that.
Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Montego, all right, welcome to Timmy's Trivioki. This is a I'm excited for this one. This is gonna be fun.
They gave him that catch, by the way.
No way. And they scored a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, 3 NBA rings, and he played for 14 seasons.
And the highlight of his career is being able to bang Eliza Dushku for 5 years.
Oh, she's so.
And he went to high school in Warsaw, Indiana.
That's near Cincinnati.
Sure it is.
And he has a net worth of $20 million.
Wow, that's terrible. Actually,
That's more than
considering.
me. Well,
That's
okay. What do you
just
think
over
Rick
$1
Fox-
million a year he played in the NBA.
What do you think Rick Fox is doing right now? Well, this is before NBA contracts.
Well, he's
Not
been
Eliza
acting.
Dushku anymore.
He's been acting, so I know he was in like some Tyler Perry movies and shit.
Anyway, song number 1, clue number 1.
Right now, he's probably pooping.
Not
your hands.
Julio.
Enrique Iglesias. Bailamos.
Dave gets it. Bailamos.
The rhythm.
Take you over, bailamos. By the way, clue number 2 was We Dance. Clue number 3
no
was
idea what's going on.
Spanish. Clue number 4 was Enrique. And clue number 5 was Let the Rhythm.
You should have said Anna Kournikova.
What about Detroit Tigers middle infielder Jose Iglesias?
Didn't he also
related?
marry like J-Lo for a minute or two?
That was Mark Anthony.
Same thing.
It is cool that she's getting divorced, and it seems like no one's upset about it.
Not even Ben Affleck's happy as fuck.
I think she's kind of just a bitch at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Song number 2, clue number 1. Angela.
Bassett.
Clue number 2, Pamela.
Anderson.
Clue number
Bassett.
3, Sandra.
Bullock.
Spice
Clue number
Girl.
4, Rita.
Franklin.
A little bit of Monica and Lou Bega. Mambo number 5. Boom!
Gets it! Clue number 5 was Lou Bega. Mambo number 5.
A little bit of Monica in my
life. A little bit of Sandra on my time.
A little bit of
Sandra
Rita is all
what I
I need.
need.
A little bit of Rita is what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Monica all night long.
2 points for Dave. TJ is still not out the starting gate.
TJ
This
has
game
no
was-
idea what's going on.
I've heard of Mambo number 5. This game's fun, though. This is
You
a
never
fun
heard of
game.
Bailamos?
Song number 3.
Probably.
Song number 3, clue number 1. You're like a dream come true. Clue number 2. Just want to be with you. Clue number 3. It's plain to see you're the only one for me.
You're going to tell me this and I'm going to get mad.
Clue number 4.
I'm drawing a
Repeat
blank.
steps 1 through 3.
Oh!
Clue number 5.
Oh,
Make you fall in love with me.
Damn it! Who is this?
Is it Boys to Men?
And
No.
then you start it back at 1.
Back at 1. Brian Knight.
All for one?
Brian McKnight, yes.
McKnight, yeah, all for 1.
1, you're like a dream.
Dream come true.
2,
Just want to be with you. 3, because it's plain to see that you're the only
one for me.
And 4,
Repeat steps 1
steps
through
1
3.
through
5,
5.
Make you fall
Make
in
you
love
fall in love with me, no matter what you do. Something like that.
Yep. Dave wins 2-0.
Now I have
2.5.
to do this show
Hey.
half-mast. Thanks, guys.
Terrible.
That was good, dude. That I don't know if anything will ever top Julio. Not Julio. That was baller.
I was like, these are all like all the numbers. I'm like, this is perfect. I 1999, great time. Love it.
So, what's the better guess? Was it this one or was it still My Ernest Goes to jail like 8 years ago?
No, Bebe's Kids.
Bebe's Kids was solid too. I forgot about that one.
Bebe's Kids was good.
Time for the deep cut. Let's go ahead and bring everyone's mood back down. September 4th through the 16th, we have a series of apartment bombings ringing through the country of Russia. The bombings occurred in the cities of Bynitsk.
I'm going to butcher all these names.
It's Bynitsk.
Sure it is. And
Bashunta.
Resulting in over 300 deaths and over 1,000 injuries. These bombings, in conjunction with the invasion of Dagestan, triggered the Second Chechen War. In July of 99, Russian journalist Alexander Shilin.
I'm a Borat. I'm from Kazakhstan. This is my wife, and she's a whore.
Who was writing for the second most disease-free prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. Who was writing for the Moscow. Someone for this being a Sam story. He was writing for the Moskovskaya Pravda, wrote a news piece warning of terrorist attacks in Moscow, which were organized and perpetrated by the Russian government. He received this information from a leaked government document. The purpose of the bombings would be to undermine the opponents of sitting Russian President Boris Yeltsin. Earlier here in September of 99, that doesn't make sense. On September 9th, to be exact, Konstantin Borovoy was told the morning of the first apartment bombing in Moscow, warning him of the bombing. Borovoy relayed the information to FSB officials and Yeltsin's Security Council, who chose to ignore it. What's even more surprising about these bombings is that 3 of them were actually prevented. The first bombing was actually on August 31st at 8 p.m. The target, an arcade in Menor Square in Moscow, injuring 29 people. The second, which was on the 24th, just the 4th, no 24th, was a car bomb that detonated outside of a 5-story apartment building. The 9th saw a bomb on the ground floor of an apartment building. There were 2 bombs on the 13th. One was Kazhskory Highway, but here was one of the prevented bombings. They stopped the other one, and here's how they stopped it. The owner of the buildings, Achimez Goshayev, saw the bombs and reported them. After realizing he was being set up by his former business partner, he also gave the locations of 3 other buildings he owned that indeed all had bombs in them. The final bombing was on the 16th in Volgodonsk, and after this, several bombings were prevented.
In 2000, investigation of the Boonsack attack was complete, and 7 people were convicted of the bombing. Russia's pre-trial investigation of the Moscow and Volgodonsk bombings was finished in 2002. According to the Russian State Prosecutor Office, all apartment bombings were executed under command of ethnic Karachav Akamez Gachkuvi and planned by Ibn al-Khattab and Omar al-Salif, Arab militants fighting in Chechnya on the side of Chechen insurgents. Al-Khattab and al-Salif were killed during the Second Chechen War. According to investigators, the explosives were prepared at a fertilizer factory in Chechnya by mixing aluminum powder, niter, and sugar into a concrete mixer, or by also putting RDX and TNT in them.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City, anybody?
Yep.
From there, they were sent to a food storage facility in Klesovadik, which was managed by the uncle of one of the terrorists, Yusef Kramachakamilov.
He was less of a dick.
Kissing some dick over there at
another conspirator, Rusan Magamagi, leased a Kamaz truck, which the sacks were stored for 2 months. After everything was planned, the participants were organized into several groups, which then transported the explosives to the different cities. Okay, there's no way I was ever trying any of those.
That's why I went with explosives. Fuck Russian people. We're going to explosives.
You did half-ass decent.
After the bombing at
We're going to Burma now?
We were there last week.
Rambo's going to destroy that place.
Yeah. Well, you just kept calling it Myanmar. It used to be Burma. On On September 9th, Moscow FSB reported that items removed from the scene showed traces of TNT and RDX or hexogen explosives.
Oh, wait. Last week was the show that I kept saying the country wrong and you two assholes just let me go.
Yeah. However, FSB has declared later that explosives used in the bombings were, like Dave said, a mixture of aluminum powder, ammonium nitrate, TNT, and sugar prepared by perpetrators in a concrete mixer at a fertilizer factory. Bullshit. Also, each bomb contains some plastic explosive used as an explosive booster because, yes, C4 will do that.
Mm-hmm.
RDX is produced in only one factory in Russia at the city of Perm. So the government came out and said, no, they didn't use RDX. Why? According to David Satter, the FBS, it'd be better if it were the FBS. The FSB changed the story about the type of explosive since it was difficult to explain how huge amounts of RDX disappeared from the closely guarded Perm facility.
Well, the FBS is really going out of control trying to get 2 SEC teams into the championship round now. This is crazy.
And fertilizer.
They'll try and get 12 in there if you let them.
So, by the way,
Dandy made it.
The government covered up how this explosive went down. So
what? That happened?
Crazy in Russia, right?
Well, it's bananas.
Multiple survivors of the bombings have developed disabilities, I'm guessing after having parts blown off, with many of them diagnosed with PTSD. In 2006, Erna Kalia, survivor of the Volga not going to work here anymore bombing,
Volgodon.
founded the NGO not going to work here anymore,
Volgodon,
which promotes legislation for the legal recognition of victims of terrorist attacks. I don't know what it recognizes them for. What we do?
The victims?
Well, I mean, what are we? I mean, do you like put them up on a stand every year or what? I mean, like give them money or something.
In this country, which claims to love its service workers and its veterans so much, we just approved insurance for 9/11 victims workers like 2 years ago, and we just did insurance for fire pit not burn victims, but the fumes from the fire pits last year.
I still have got nothing from that.
Were you exposed to fire pits?
Yeah.
Burn pits?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nothing. Got nothing. This war didn't end until 2009.
And then they decided to invade,
other places.
Ukraine?
Ukraine.
Yeah, Ukraine.
So, but it is reassuring to know that it's just not the United States that just says thank you, but you can go over there now. That's good.
Was it thank you, fuck you, bye?
Yeah. I mean, they just started letting Vietnam veterans join the VFW like 8 years ago.
That's not true. My dad has been in the VFW forever.
Was it Vietnam or was it Korea? There was one of them you couldn't join the VFW until recently because it wasn't considered a war; it was a conflict.
He was part of the American Legion, probably. Dave,
I'm in the Legion. I'm a member of the Legion.
Yeah, I'm in the
He's
Legion.
in both.
I'm just the Legion. Technically, I can't join the VFW because I never saw combat.
Anyway,
this is fun. If you enjoyed this week's episode, please let us know. Give us that 5-star review wherever you get this podcast. Make sure to follow the show on Twitter at FF Podcast, on Instagram at Filter Free Podcast. Look for us on YouTube. Search for Filter Free Podcast. Follow the network on Twitter at Ram Sportsnet. As for us, you can find us on our social media platforms at Timmy C.
At Timmy C 1979.
Dollar Bill Dave.
At Dave in the HSV.
And I am at T Stevens 91. You can also find me there on Peloton. As for I already did that. Next week we cover September of 1982.
No, we don't. 2
We
weeks.
don't?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. No, that's
Yeah,
right.
next week we're doing
footballers.
Well, in 2 weeks we're going to cover September of 82. The Saints pull a first. This year is packed with music news, a famous TV show. Well, let's just say it has a family tie, and so much more. This has been the Filter Free Podcast, and so long for now.
Joke of the week. How do you get a new dishwasher?
Get a divorce.
File for divorce. Timmy T.
God, he's on fire today.
A little bit of Monica in my life.
Also, he
a
did
little
that.
bit of Erica by my